been changed. So, we talk about like your Venomancers sometimes to counter these melee position ones like your Ursa and that kind of stuff, your Svens. Now Slark going to be picked up by EVOS, a carry that we've seen making a little bit more of a splash in this qualifier.
One. A lot of single target abilities here from Mineski, and it means that they won't take their mid like that Lina we discussed, and I'm willing to wager that Lina's probably going to get banned here by Mineski, unless there's something just more EVOS-centered that stands out a bit more, but that definitely looks like a solid option here. But Slark versus the Spirit Breaker versus the Beastmaster in this dual lane with the help of an Oracle should be able to get to that level 6 relatively easily.
Trying to get our chat open here, but then I remembered that we're delayed, so I don't care.
Well, hi, chat. Well,
Sorry,
we
chat.
do care about you.
I do care about you, but I don't care about reading it when it's delayed. It's more of a distraction.
5 minutes in the past.
Yeah, 5 minutes is long. 2 I can kind of handle because I can remember what I said 2 minutes ago. 5 is like, what happened 5 minutes ago?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I haven't had breakfast. That's probably why.
We're having Mexican for breakfast today. A nice Mexican breakfast. All right, well, final picks now. The DP. I like that Lina that you suggested for EVOS. Somebody just to secure kills after the duel. Kind of the hallmark of the Legion Commander. Find those early duels, get the damage.
She is good for towers. I will say that their roaching will still be pretty bad, whereas Death Prophet could have done both. So that's a really nice ban from Mineski. There's also still just the straight-up OD if they feel confident enough in moving around the map a little bit with that hero. Bad at towers, but better for the lane matchup versus the Ember. But we always know that you don't want to commit too much for the lane versus the Ember.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless you want to dumpster him with a Huskar or something. But I don't think we're going to see that.
Unlikely. Last ban here, trying to figure out where they want to go. And I think this really adds to the value of the Ember in this scenario. Not many completely busted heroes like this can you first phase and then still throw some confusion to the enemy team like, well, is it mid-Ember? Is it safe lane Ember? Maybe they can do either, and it all depends on what we ban here or what we pick. It's kind of ridiculous what he can do to a draft and just completely open it up.
Probably a safe lane hero, but Slark's generally a favorable matchup versus most of our current position ones, so that's probably kind of what they're thinking. It's just like,
maybe, all right, Troll's already been banned. I think Jug would be the ban if he wasn't taken out already. That's the really scary position one that I could see.
No, Jug is banned.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, sorry, I see what you're saying.
He would be if he hadn't been. That's my number one right now.
I'm just not that big into Lifestealer overall.
I think I'd ban Sven here. That's pretty safe with a Beastmaster.
That's a pretty good one.
He's got a pretty good stun. Can follow up. I think like with Spirit Breaker Rubik to start fights, take some pressure off Sven where he can follow up with his stun, makes the fights a little bit easier.
They do have a lot of stun too, and then they'll just chain down the Slark too if he doesn't get off that first Dark Pact.
I'm not sure if that's actually what Mineski want, but if I were on the side of EVOS, it's one that would definitely come to mind. And they ban out the Wraith King. That's another really good choice here. Another pushing hero that synergizes well with the Beastmaster.
The benefit of the Wraith King is that he's a lot better versus the big ultis, even if you want to count Duel as one of those, but mostly the Black Hole, whereas if you actually get a Sven to kill him on the Black Hole, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
But Wraith King can also help hand over a bunch of stacks to a Slark, so could have gone either way on that one.
But what do EVOS want?
Lina still looks the best to me.
And Queen of Pain could also be an option.
Wouldn't that be exciting?
We haven't seen her too much, but...
No.
When I see Slark like this, I think mobility. We really haven't seen much Quap at all.
Which is nice versus all the Hawk Vision. Okay.
All right, it's your boy.
The Kunkka. Kunkka, better initiation, needs less items. Instantly, they take the OD themselves because they just show the Kunkka, so it will be the safe lane Ember.
Great against the LC.
Yeah, pretty great against the Kunkka, too, in lane. Although, to be fair, we've seen the Kunkka body the OD a couple of times. It used to be a counter pick. People used to go for the way back in the day.
It's hard. We definitely saw some weird mid matchups. Yesterday, what was the big one that we saw? We talked about how it's so one-sided, and then the Ember got a solo kill. Was it Ember OD? It was something like that.
No,
and
I think are you talking about the Lena versus the OD, where it's like, well, I mean, this is okay for Lena, and she got 15 denies by
yes,
5
that
minutes.
is what I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
because that was just dumb.
So we've seen some weird mid
We have seen some weird
shenanigans,
mids.
and definitely, I mean, that's even in the regionals. I mean, the opens before that, we saw some mid matchups get outskilled here. So we will see. Face Hugger Kunkka, again, a lot on the line here. Both teams 1-3 in the group, tied for that bottom spot. They need to win out today to be in contention. I think that's a fairly safe blanket statement at the beginning of day 2 here in the groups.
As it looks like we're just getting in there.
Oh, yeah. So who you liking here?
Uh,
I like Mineski. I'm going to say it. I'm going to throw it out there. They've got the busted Ember Spirit. I think he might be number 1 in the meta right now.
I'm surprised that both these teams are both 1-4. That's pretty crazy.
1-3.
Or 1-3, sorry.
But
And
yes,
potentially 1-4.
One team will be after this.
Yeah, that is. I feel like Mineski are gonna do it, but I'm not wowed by either draft. I don't think here.
All right.
I'm gonna switch us into the in game here. If I can get this all done properly. Oh, sorry to give away and take away the magic of your camera operator.
Well, you know,
See if this button
we're
works.
going to have to
Hey.
do it anyway because, again, we've got our dynamically scaled little mini-map icons, and that just drives me bananas.
Well, as you can see at the top of the screen here, they're favoring EVOS. Let me see. I know you missed it.
Oh, wow, 1.25, 3.3 for EVOS. That is not value. I
Seems
don't know.
about right based on like the names and everything.
I guess so. I don't know. This is a really hard one to evaluate because Mineski has performed so poorly on paper. Absolutely. Coming into this, like on day 1, I would have agreed with those odds. Now, we'll see. I think we've got live odds here, so those will change throughout the game, and always interesting. But that might be the highest Mineski odds you get here. And I also don't know how to feel about Slark. Wonder Kid in your dream. Definitely a strong player. Is he renowned for Slark play?
I wouldn't say I personally know that much about his Slark, but he is one of these guys that wants these heroes that have that. He shares a very similar hero pool with like Miracle, I would say, where he wants the option to go bigger in a team fight than other heroes would allow. You know.
Yeah.
You want that skill factor to your hero.
I guess what I'm getting at is I haven't figured out if Slark is still a niche pick or if he's actually strong in our current environment.
I think he is strong.
Mostly Slark players have been picking him up though. Like Vivian comes to mind, and he's definitely known for Slark.
They just got all 4 bounty runes there.
Mineski. All right. Oh. Well, that's the right sound if you're an EVOS fan. What happened? I was kind of thinking about Slark, and they just walked up and grabbed him. It wasn't even a fight. Nobody took any damage.
Well, Enigma was back, so he can't contest because he's doing his Eidolon things.
Right.
And then the mid heroes were both just blocking.
Okay.
And yeah, it's pretty much Slark just didn't have the ability to do it because he's a Slark.
It's the opportunity cost of an Enigma Slark draft. Okay.
But 4 is pretty brutal.
Yeah. And it's already 1,200 net worth lead. That's what 4 bounties does for you. And bottom lane, LC does go for the overwhelming odds first. Pretty standard, but now they know that they can just smack her around. It is a safe lane Ember alongside the Spirit Breaker. This could be a rough lane against the Legion Commander. Overwhelming odds against double melee. Not fun.
Yeah, but their lanes, I think, are exactly where they want them for the side of Mineski.
Yeah.
They'll just start denying on that bottom lane with both heroes, try and drop back. And it's annoying with the Enigma, but I would wager they get a kill onto this Lena soon enough. Or this Legion, rather, soon enough.
I think so. You can definitely handle. I guess what I was getting at is you got to be careful.
Yeah.
It's a lane where you can get 1v2'd if you make a big mistake. So.
For sure.
But Boots first Enigma, man. This is it. We're seeing it what feels like almost every game now. Just Boots double clarity.
It's hard to mess this play up as well on as the Enigma player, right? Unless you wind up losing your Eidolons or something, but
you don't know how to micro.
Yeah. You have guaranteed impact, though, whereas sometimes you try and play in the lane, you're feeding away Eidolons. This is just clearing out both camps right by the 2-minute mark. And nice stuff here from Vlaku.
All right.
Got some trolls. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's good. Mid matchup, 11-7 to
OD
the 4-1.
Whomping him. Facehugger is getting absolutely destroyed by Moon right now. This is disastrous.
And Moon plays quite a bit OD. Meanwhile,
you were right. You called it.
It's because they've been getting these pulls off and keeping the lane way further ahead than you would expect. He even dewarded the small camp now, too. So this Legion's lane is over. I am really surprised they got that this early, though.
Yeah, it's only a level 2 Spirit Breaker. And still.
They might just kill her again if she's not careful. Like, you really want to go for this kill.
You just have to press the attack, but LC has a lot of mana issues early on, so can't sustain the pressure from overwhelming odds and spamming press the attack. Ninja Boogie taking a lot of damage.
Just can't get the bash.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. I'm sure he'll make up for it later.
They really want to dive on her, though. That's too much wave coming in.
Still want to watch this mid lane, though. Moon about 2x up on Facehugger still.
Oh, down bottom. Avil and Ninja Boogie. Getting close here. Gets the bash this time. And the Orb of Venom slow.
Another bash will do it. Press the attack on cooldown.
Oh,
overwhelming odds. Not there.
The 1-1-1 build. It's only 1 point in the slide right now. It has another overwhelming odds, too, so Ninja Boogie's got to watch out. Meanwhile, up top, they got to pull back onto Whitemon. On the Oracle.
TP?
TP? Oh, that's bad.
Bold. Probably dead either way. Hard to run away from the boars.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have TP back to the lane.
Yeah. That's a good point. So you're better off just trying to run if you're guaranteed dead either way. That's bad news, Bears. Things falling apart quickly for EVOS. 4 minutes and already nearly 3K net worth. Dude. Bruh, they are getting destroyed. This is one of these mids where one side has as many denies as the other does last hits, and some of these are like Satyr Banishers, you know? They ain't a big creep.
Yeah, you are not wrong. This is a Wampin here from Mineski at this point. They're done. They woke up today and they said, guys, this has to be our day. We got to win everything.
Yeah. The reality set in. It will not be TI without Mineski. We need to party on and win some games. And they're coming out of the gate swinging. I like this. Day 2 of the regionals. A do-or-die day for many of these teams.
This is a lot of punish for the Enigma in the jungle, too. So whenever he rotates out, they need to instantly get a tower and win a couple of team fights here.
I hear a bash. I hear 2 bashes. The Boogie on his way in, looking for these bounty runes. 5 minutes now on the dot. Looks like this will go to EVOS, maybe. Yep, picked up by Avil. Now they're trying to make it back. It's a pretty big overwhelming odds. The Boogie might have bit off more than he can chew with this one. Eidolon's laying into him. He will fall. Avil getting low now, but Nico Baby also taking a lot of right clicks. Wants to grab this bounty rune and will find it. Up top, looks like Raging Potato got 1 and both. So 3 runes do go the way of Mineski.
So there's 7 out of the 8 for them. Certainly keeping tabs on the runes this game, as Bimbo will get the pull into that stacked hard camp. But, of course, no axes or anything to help clear those out from your Beastmasters. He gets going on here, KP.
I don't know. The Beastmaster's pretty tanky in these early
going on
levels.
Here.
Not the hero you want to man up with is a Slark. Also, KP does have an Orb of Venom as well as the Spacilius. So,
good
some
ward.
extra slow in there.
Mid lane, Ninja Boogie just walked up the ramp, got that ward down. Spotted Facehugger coming back, but I don't think Facehugger had the vision here, so he's not going to know that all his movements are being watched at the moment, and they're going for the dive.
Here comes the charge. Into the tree line. It's only a 5 Kunkka.
Moon might be out on this. Enigma's rotating through.
Well, that's sort of an unlucky bash from Ninja Boogie. Knocks him further out of the trees. X marks the spot. Going to pull him back. Now the charge across.
Oh, he canceled, though.
Kind of peculiar. Bulldozer the other way. Remember, it is purgeable, so Oracle does counter the bulldoze. Compliments of that Q on the Fortune's End. Secures the kill on the Breaker. Meanwhile, big kill onto the Wonder Kid. And in the bottom lane, okay, Avil's going to be fine. But they pressure the Slark, knowing that those rotations happen mid. So in the end, a worthy sacrifice from one Ninja Boogie.
Exactly. Getting in there, forcing rotations, and then you just kill a Slark, who's now 4 1/4.
And now he's got a double damage. Man, I love that we're entering a meta where Spirit Breaker is good again. He's one of my favorite heroes, Trent. I just want to play some pubs after this.
he does seem pretty strong at the moment. That status resistance is likely going to get nerfed, so you better get on those games pretty darn soon.
All right, bud.
I would say before TI.
Let's chug some monsters and play some games.
So look at the angle he's coming in at for a
Perfectly done. Double damage. Going to make it an easy one. Wants to give this to Nico, baby. Okay, maybe he doesn't.
I don't think he did.
I thought he was going to wait, but he gave him the lantern. That was the business.
The Spear Breaker life, position 5, is pretty expensive. You got to start with the Orb of Venom.
It's true.
You need your boots as soon as possible. You got to buy all the smokes.
You are one of the 5s that your team lets you get away with this greed. You know, look at his inventory right now. That's a Spirit Breaker thing.
Yeah.
At least it's 7 minutes. But hey, if you're getting those kind of kills, your team's thanking you for it. You're going to buy boots, and they're going to thank you for it. Now Vlaku, manning up against the Boogie. Black Hole on one. The Boogie has made a mistake. There is a fight happening up top, and they will go 1-for-1. It looks like KP 4 in your dream.
And
Bimbo
the rotation
makes
of
it out.
Facehugger too.
Oh, and now Nico comes in and cleans up Vlaku.
Jeez, we're up, down.
Woo.
We're all over the map.
10 kills in 8 minutes, all over the place. But I think the Slark is really the one that got punished the most out of all this. He's going to run back to lane rather than TP. He's level 4, 1,500 net worth.
Oh my god, he's so poor. Look at those are 3 cores.
Yeah. I mean, I think KP is happy to trade like that. He gets the kill first. He comes right back to lane. He's farming. Creeps are at his tower.
The richest dire hero is the Jungle Enigma.
Oh, man.
That's the status of their game right now. It kind of feels like you just don't have a game plan at this point. They need some serious dives to go poorly here from Mineski.
Yeah, this feels like the dark side of the Enigma. You know when you hear people say Enigma picks can be very greedy? This is sort of it. When your lanes are losing, I mean, what's Enigma going to do? All he can do is keep farming in the jungle and pop out on the break point when he gets the mech or can push a tower or something. But imagine if this was a quote, real support.
Yeah, and right now, sending the Hawk in behind the tower here.
Going to be a dive onto the Wonder Kid, charge from the Spirit Breaker. He's still only level 5. Double boars are out. A big dive. A Veal on his way in, perhaps looking for a duel, but Moon just drops the hammer, brings down 1, 2, and 3. Easy dive from Mineski. Now all 5 in the top lane. That is a maxed out boar, by the way, so not getting away from him.
That is how you start your day here for Mineski.
This is
Crawl back. They're clawing.
a proper shellac in here. Face hugger now in the mid, charged by the Bugs. Torrent off the mark. Moon with some right clicks sets up another banish. I don't think this is a kill. But Kunkka completely repelled.
I mean, they have the vision on him. He has the charge, but he doesn't have his tome quite yet because it's just at 10 minutes.
They don't kill him, but his TP's on cooldown. So making the Kunkka walk back to well and then walk back to lane at 10 minutes that's pretty good. And, of course, it opens up the bounties. This should be 4 bounties going the way of Mineski.
Mid lane. Yep.
Although EVOS got 1. But they will find White Mon. Oh, Vlaku got 2. Okay, at least they'll go even on the bounties.
Yeah,
I spoke too
soon.
soon.
He charged back mid after, so that's why they didn't get him.
Gotcha. All right, well, that's something. Not much, but that's something. 7K net worth at 10.5 minutes.
Ninja, when he walks up here, he might see this ward as well. He's do the loop. Oh, he's doing the loop. You already have a sentry down, dog.
Yeah,
Why'd you drop another one?
Just covering his bases here. Charge away, interrupted by the Malefice. Boogie. And that stun does nothing. 70% reduction. Okay, 58, but soon to be 70. Picks up his Tome of Knowledge.
He's
That'll
ready
get him
to
another
kill.
strike. He is a rich 5 right now.
You know who's not rich? The Slark, guys. I mean, press F for Slark. Pour one out for your buddy.
And look at this right here, dude. They're just letting him rack up some interest. This is the ultimate greedy play from Mineski.
Well, especially because they've been under a dire ward, I believe, until they just expired.
Look at the value. They got an extra minute out of it.
There's still another one.
Yeah, they might let it go till 12.
These guys are crazy.
Let's see the fat interest here, boys.
They're hoarding gold. Nico Baby's just like, yeah, I'm spending my bottle. I'll come back for it later.
Like, I was playing Dragon Hoarder last night. I heard you do more damage. Now, wouldn't that be a cool mechanic in Dota?
No thanks.
Let Dragon Knight do more damage based on the amount of gold he has.
They're going to set up on the KP here.
Are they actually going to find this kill? It seems so. Primal Roar comes out. He doesn't really have much support nearby. KP on the run. They let him go.
What?
How did they not finish that kill? Getting healed up by the Purifying Flames now. Makes enough space for the rest of his team to get in here. Vlaku does have a black hole, but now in big trouble. Low, but gets it on 3. Where's the follow-up? They're going to bring Moon low, but he still gets off the ult. Stolen black hole back the other way. Slark down for sure, and they'll find one more on the Kunkka. Meanwhile, the rest of the team's already fallen. It's a 1 for 5. Full team's down.
That was almost a disaster. A beautiful 3-man black hole from Vlaku. He had to go for some sort of a play there to try and save this game for his team, but not enough damage inside, just able to bring down the OD, and not until after the Sandy's clip was already dropped down here. And then Mineski gonna keep on rolling with his Reign of Terror.
This is definitely, as we've mentioned, why Rubik considered at this point a hard counter to Enigma in so many ways. Spell Steal, even if you don't use it to interrupt the black hole, it's an incredible play. You take away so much power of this Enigma. Now behind the tier 2 up top, Oracle going to be the first to fall. And maybe another dive. Facehugger drops his combo, pulls it in onto KP, but that Beastmaster, he's big. Not big enough. As the Wonder Kid jumps in, secures the kill. More support inbound. Cooldowns limited for the Dire. With Oracle dead, we might see Mineski try to make a play,
They're
but
so
they will
close.
just back up.
I almost getting the Spirit Breaker, almost even catching the Ember Spirit there too. Oh, they do get him with the X this time, but again, only almost. Nice use of the Sleight of Fist there. On the
It's an
neutrals.
Ember Spirit. He does have a double damage, so he is tempted. We see the charge onto Facehugger. And take a look. Oh, not going to touch Radiant Vision. My hotkeys are unbound. Almost did it. Mid lane, though, Moon. Unrelenting pressure.
They have the X here as well, but not going to get there in time for a Veal.
I like the way they're playing it, too, where they're not just running at them and forcing fights. They're kind of faking it, you know, like they're doing these charges. Sometimes they commit, sometimes they cancel. It's just constantly keeping EVOS on their toes. Vlaku so close to this Shrine, will survive long enough to make it. Shrine has not been popped yet. There it is. Vlaku gets healed up, and he's good.
Ninja Boogie gets X. They might get a kill out of this. Duel? No, Veal can't get in there in time.
Still a pick-me-up, but again, it's only on the position 5. So of all these targets, Spirit Breaker, very low net worth. 2 Bracers boots, some great value items here.
Up top now in your dream, moving near the wave, but forced back just by seeing the Ember Spirit.
Wonder Kid looking for some drums to go with these phase boots.
I mean, what else can you do, right?
Yeah.
In order to recover on this hero, you pretty much need just phase drums and fight. Try and get to that diffusal blade.
I think you have to. Part of me was wondering if he might try Recovery Midas or something, but I think that's too big of an investment and probably not going to see dividends on that.
Look at that Hawk placement down bottom on the bounty rune that they have.
It's pretty nice.
It means that Observer Sentry combo can't catch in the tree line, but their Observer Ward will get instantly dewarded. So Ninja Boogie going to know there's a Sentry down now.
Yeah, they will go 2 for 2 here on the bounties, but all 3 cores on Mineski. Top in the charts. Blink, Kaya on the OD. I like the way KP's itemizing. Just picks up the Vlads, nice and beefy. Gets some auras for the team. Classic build with the maxed out Inner Beast. No wild axes.
OD loves attack speed.
He sure does, bud.
It's the best buff you can get on the hero. I'm blinking forward for the setup here.
He's got Fortune's End. Okay, no black hole. Gonna go in onto a Veal still. Boat off the mark.
Demo not going for any sort of steal there, just holding on to the press of the attack. Oh, sorry, it was on CD. That makes way more sense. So he already has the press of the attack taken here.
Nico, baby. Charging in the back line, but remember, Vlaku does have hole. Another strike. Press the attack to try and counter it, but Moon blinks forward, and this Enigma in big trouble. Does get the false promise. Will pop. A Veal also goes down. Oracle not going to be able to save his good friend here. Down he goes, and they're going to continue diving forward. Oracle low on options, although an X maybe breaking things up a little bit. Buyback now from the Enigma. Ninja Boogie caught by the pounce of the Slark. However, he's your big boy, and they are not going to be able to finish him off.
And he really
Charge
just gets
away.
out of there again.
I think Kunkka was short an X cooldown there. Sure was. So Mineski force a buyback and don't really get punished at all.
I like how Bimbo was just running around the back line of the fight, holding that press the attack, constantly keeping his allies moving. Already talked about the attack speed from the Beastmaster, but just the press the attack speed too. He can give up to 115 right now with the level 3 onto his OD, which is a disgusting amount.
Wow. That plus the Inner Beast is actually insane.
Ember's just getting essentially his, first item, his first big ticket item, Phase Drum's Maelstrom, and he's already felt so unstoppable.
Yeah, Nico's played really well this game. 3-0-8. Been putting on a lot of pressure.
Cross the T's and dot the I's, I think, for this one. Look to make sure they don't dive too deep.
Yeah.
And currently, as you can see, what are we sitting at now? As I press the button. Oh, never mind. I have to fix some buttons. Then I'll get it. Don't you guys worry.
I'm going to guess like 1.1 for Mineski, 1.05, something like that. Probably 7 or 8 Xer on EVOS. I mean, they are in real bad shape here. It's not just that Mineski's far ahead, although we will see Ninja Boogie and the Wonder Kid go blow for blow. Status resistance is cool, and the Bulldozer just backs up.
Shibuya, it's a 9Xer.
All right, 1.019. I even undershot it. I said 1.05. 1.01. Honestly, I think that's appropriate because it's not just that they're ahead. They have this draft where they can really punish hard. Right, the 5-man is so strong, and they've probably got the late game advantage in this game. OD Ember, you're scaling well. Rubik as well.
In all fairness, is there a comeback chance? I mean, there is a comeback chance, of course.
Black Hole.
We've seen crazier games, even just this qualifier. It feels like.
Actually, I don't. Yeah, there probably have been 1 or 2, but this one's pretty bad.
This one looks like it's.
We're 9K at 18 minutes. They're gonna grab Roche.
Yeah.
I think it's the heroes. We've seen bigger leads thrown, perhaps, maybe even a lead this early on. But hero-wise, I'm just not seeing it.
It does feel very good, for sure.
If they didn't have a Rubik, I think I'd be more confident that this Enigma could get a Blink Dagger and maybe find a game-changing black hole. All of a sudden, this Slark gets some momentum, and we've got a real game on our hands. But it's not even just the Rubik either. You've got Beastmaster. You've got this OD who, if he's not caught, is going to have an Astral available.
And again, it's Nana coming in here.
Kind of
Puts
feels
the Astral down. He pings back to the other side of the X, and he says, oh, he got him in time. It was right as the X was ending.
Well, Facehugger will take the false promise.
He's taking damage. Another Astral. They might still need to follow up on him. He won't be quite dead.
Whoa, big damage onto the OD. That's going to be the end of the Aegis. Drops the ult and almost kills Slark before he comes back. On the backside, Wonder Kid is on the run. They do kill Whitemon. I think Slark is likely to live here in the tree line. They're pinging it out. They have an idea of where he is. And now they'll find him.
Another Hawk in 5 seconds.
No ult, no Shadow Blade. He should be dead here.
Nice block from Nico, baby. Stop the pounce onto the high ground there. Good positioning.
So Aegis for 2. A little bit sloppy from Mineski. I guess seeing a little sign of life out of EVOS there that they could kill the Aegis so easily. But now they are going to miss out on these bounties. And this should be all 4 to Mineski again as the Dire are locked completely in their base.
All right, so you get drawn back by a Slark, but anyway, it's boundary rune time, so it's okay. And they can approach the high ground at their leisure. They might want to play it safe. It is best of 1s. They don't, perhaps close out these tier 2s and then just start chipping away at the tier 3s, but they're practically at the point where they can just dive in, it feels like.
Yeah, I think so too.
On top, they're diving.
Speaking of Facehugger, press your attack.
Wow, safety plays here, watching out for that high ground black hole. You know, if the Rubik can't see you, he can't steal it. So there you go.
That is the thing.
The math checks out.
Diffusal Blade, not far off. Honestly, in your dream.
What's that?
Did I say Shadow Blade?
No, you said honestly. I just wanted to.
Diffusal Blade. I thought I messed up my blades there.
No.
You have, in fact. It's the same thing with the accent. I've made fun of you so much that now it just happens accidentally. I hear myself saying car and go, why did I do that? I know I can say car, and I just chose not to subconsciously. All right. Radiant about to park it in the Dire's base.
Smoked up supports, just waiting.
Well, this isn't where I parked my car. BKB on Kunkka, 10 seconds. I don't think that's going to make a huge difference.
Feels like you need some more
They're having trouble killing people.
drastic items, perhaps.
Yeah. Wow, Nico looking at the Aghanims. Only level 15. Well, EVOS are going to stall things out. I mean, worst case, Mineski can certainly wait out next Roche. Going to be a while. But, that's what I'm saying, worst case. Because in the meantime, Mineski have map control and can draw this line on the map here. Sort of the do not cross. They've got a good 80% map control.
He's good Eidolons? He did.
Ooh.
That Irish smoked because they're so close. Rubik should be dead here.
Duel. Follow-up. Is there an Astral save? Maybe not. KP drops the roar, and they will have the combo to bring down Bimbo. Nice pick.
Yeah. Wasted the roar, too. Can get out now and try and put some sentries down. D-War with their Slark.
Yeah, honestly, good. Honestly. I mean, honestly. Now they're going to find Vengeance. Jump in onto Vlaku. He gets destroyed. The BKB from Facehugger is on. That'll buy him some time, but the right click starting to add up. Whitemon forced to false promise himself. Now a Veal on the run. They're charging in, and they will find him. Facehugger, no more magic immunity, and oh my, Whitemon, he just explodes their whole team.
It's funny how the games go, isn't it? Where you're like, okay, this is our moment. We can get out. We'll get a kill. Something will go our way. And suddenly you go, oh, but we used a lot of spells for that. Oh, they just jumped our Enigma. I think we lost, guys. We left the high ground.
Oh, wait, we used everything to kill their position 4. Yeah. You know, are you with me on this first pick? Enigma feels a little bit maybe not great. I'm not saying Enigma's a bad hero, but we're starting to see this pattern now where teams that just go, yeah, first pick Enigma, he's good, and then they leave some of the counters in. It feels like 4.5 heroes versus 4 in this game.
You need to be more. You have to have better lanes.
Or 4.5 versus 5.
You can't lose 3 lanes and have an Enigma in the jungle.
Yes.
So it's harder for the Enigma first overall because that means you're not going to have 10th picks. That means you're probably going to lose your mid. So that means you need to pick a stronger safe lane because the Enigma is not going to be helping out your mid laner. The off laner rather. The other option is that you put the Enigma in the same lane as the Slark.
Oh,
right? You put the Slark in the off lane so that it's pulling back so the Slark's getting some farm, and then you need a better solo hero. Like, why wasn't Legion just top then? And grinding it out that way and having the worst lane. And you have a support plus Slark in the bottom lane with the advantage of creeps. Always coming your direction. And
it's also strange because, as we said, they didn't really ban out any of the heroes that people like against Enigma after first picking it. And, well, Vlaku, speak of the devil, just gets jumped on in his own jungle. Looking for more as they find the Slark. Does not have the ulti. And the Wonder Kid will be put 6 feet under. No buyback available there. Primal Roar, as GG's called. Whitemon taps out. They're going to dive into the base, but EVOS concede here. Their hopes to make it into the top 4 for playoffs now very grim as Mineski keep themselves alive. Now 2 and 3, still have a long ways to go.
They do indeed.
But they keep the dream alive.
A lot of tough teams we matching up against here. I believe Genespers were also just playing one of their games too.
Ooh.
So we'll see if they also are on that same upward trend and continuing their path of undefeatedness. Or maybe they've already lost by now. We don't know.
Okay.
But we need to get switching to the other studio. At least we'll double check all of that. So real quick, we will bid you adieu.
Nico didn't die that game either. 6-0-14. So Ember Spirit, good hero. Ban him out. So we're switching over to the main studio now.
Yes.
We're going to go find Lyrical and Base Kip.
Yep.
Let's do it. See you over there.
Bye-bye.